25 and the gentleman was 60 years old, right? And there were some expatriate couple from US and America, US and UK and all that. They were doing their bucket list treks. And they were just like Kilimanjaro, Everest Base Camp. They were like knocking it off. Age, size, width, height, volume, doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter, unfortunately, to some extent. Okay, so very quickly, what I like to do is just share my journey to Everest Base Camp. I would, for those of us who are going to go eventually, I would really urge you to create stories like this and put it up for the world to see. Don't just put it on Facebook and say, yes, I went, yay, look at me, I look so nice. Not like that. The idea is to let other people see what's out there for us to see. Yeah? So, this is my journey to Everest Base Camp. You reach Kathmandu airport. It's a small airport. And being Indian, you can just walk out. It's the only place where the UK and US guys have to wait. And we can go, haha, and just walk out of the airport. Okay? So you walk out of the airport and you see, can you guys see at the back? Yeah. If you can't, I will just urge you to come in front. Okay? So you can just see this small, empty landscape, all cab drivers just looking at everybody like that. And for some, for a minute, you're like, I was expecting a little bit more than this. And you grab your stuff and you have to pack a lot of gear. Okay? And then you head towards Thamel. Have you ever heard of Thamel? So Thamel is like this market city. Okay? So it is the marketplace in Kathmandu. Anyone who is itching to go for the expedition, they come here. Even if you don't get anything, believe me, you get a lot of stuff in Thamel. This is how shops are actually stocked up. You don't take gloves, you don't take shoes, you don't take whatever. You just go there in whatever it is that you're wearing. You can buy everything in Thamel. So get your gear. And this is what you see a lot in the city. It took me a little while to figure it out. So it says Dal Bath, full power, no toilet, no shower. And it's on t-shirts, it's on signs, it's painted on walls. And for a minute I'm like, what is this, right? So everyone knows what Dal Bath is? Dal chawal, right? And so this is what it really sets you up in this very strange way of what you're going to expect for the next 12 days. So the idea is Dal Bath is your sustenance. You forget French fries and all that, okay? Just out the window. One thing I will say about Nepal is that the food was really good. It was all Indian food. It seemed Indian. It was really good. So this really interesting. So we were a baby team. We were just 6 people, and Sunan was really kind enough to give me the honor of leading this baby expedition. So this is the route. This is where we went. I'll take you by it one by one. The first thing is the freaky flight from Kathmandu to Lukla. Lukla is the first place that you go to. Lukla is 2,860 meters above sea level. Now why is it the freakiest flight? It's because this is the plane that you're going in. Okay? It's the only flight I know where the pilot can go hi from where he's sitting. Okay? And let me see if this works. I'm not sure if it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So the length of the runway is 450 meters. It is the only airport in the world, I think, where the pilot, in order to lands and does a U-turn to stop. Right? So, okay, it is working.
Giving a throttle to the engine to go up. Suddenly it will drop down.
It's unbelievable.
We are head of...
Yeah, everyone's like both mesmerized and freaked out completely at the same time. I'm sorry, no audio, but you can just see how
people
tiny
hold
the
the seat like
airstrip
this and sit in front of them.
You see that? That's the airstrip. That's it.
It's on a ridge.
Yeah. So what's really scary also is when you're coming from the other end, when you're leaving Lukla, you see the airstrip. The plane disappears for about 5 seconds.
And then
it gets off and everyone's like, where's the plane? Where's the plane? Is it coming back up? And then it just, the pilots do an amazing job, like almost every single time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on because it might take me too long. So why go on this completely freaky flight? Because imagine that's the view that you get from the plane. Yeah, it is, you actually get a view of the whole mountain range. It's absolutely spectacular. So you get to Lukla. Lukla is your first, that's where you get to. and then you move from here to a place called Pakling. The moment you land, you just forget about the freaky flight, you forget about the glamour in Tamil, and you just really kind of get romanticized into the whole experience. Just off the bat, first location, this is what you see. You get taken in by the culture of the people. You get reminded of the people who didn't make it. So this is actually a small monument to people who died on the flight. Yeah, who didn't make it. So it's a reality. Yeah? There are people who died on the way. As you keep walking, you get reminded of the faith of the people there and pure simplicity. This is all over the place. You know, lovely these prayer wheels and everything. It's really beautiful. Right? So you'll see loads of travelers just coming in, you know, saying their prayers and moving. Doesn't matter whether they're Hindu Christian. Doesn't matter at all. You see it and you're with it. Yes, this is the registration office and my very happy team. So again, unbelievable. Yeah, and I know that yes, it is. I said it already, and maybe I'm being a bit, you know, I'm contradicting myself a little bit. But you see people's stories online. You see how beautiful it is. But those of us who have camped, who've trekked, I don't know how many pictures I can take, but it will never do justice to the real thing. So I would say live vicariously, but see if you can actually take yourself there. So the first place you reach is Pakling. This is where you actually spend your first night. Yeah, there's the river. Okay, there's a river right next to where we were staying, and this is my poor team. First day, they're like, oh, okay, that's just day one. All right, and log cabins, wooden cabins. So it gets really cold, nippy right off the bat. And yes, I know, really strange bathrooms. Really strange. Yeah. So that's one of our trekkers going, why am I here? Okay. Again, why are you there? Because of this. This is sunrise view from the place that we were staying. It's one of those amazing things where you can actually see a sunspot right outside your bedroom window as your hands are freezing, brushing your teeth. So you move from Pakling to Namche Bazaar. Now this is, I would say, the toughest leg just because it's 3 or 4 hours up. And the team, sorry I got a bit cut, but can you see this guy over here? We would not be able to do this expedition without these guys. These are your porters. Yeah, so they do all the heavy lifting. We just do the easy stuff of carrying with a backpack and going, but they do all the heavy lifting. And what it says, sorry I'm not sure why it's getting cut off, but what it says is high on life. This is again something that was plastered, and I think that's the only way that those guys are able to do what they do. 3 or 4 hours steady uphill climb, these guys were really tuckered at the end of it. And this is also one of the largest bridges that you will find on this particular leg between Pakling and Namche Bazaar. Can you see these? You see those strings hanging from the bridge? Those are actually prayer flags. So teams that are going to climb Everest, or even teams that are just going to Everest base camp, what they do is you get these flags symbolizing, you know, earth, fire, air,
all the elements
and water, I think. Okay, so what they do is they actually say their prayer, they tie to the bridge, and then they keep moving on. It's a beautiful thing to see. Even though horse can be found there, eventually you do have to do your own dirty work. And I think some of us really do find the Nirvana part when we're doing this particular expedition. Next day we moved, so we spent a day in Namche doing what is called acclimatizing. Do you know what that means, acclimatizing? Yeah? Getting adjusted, exactly. So we spent one day doing that. So this is leaving Namche. Yeah.
See, Namche is one of the most, as Renu said, difficult thing because it's also one of the most important phase, climbing from Pakling to Namche Bazaar. That's when the altitude management, I mean the acclimatization has to happen properly. One can climb little faster. Of course, the climb is very steep after that bridge that we were seeing. But if one climbs faster because of the Josh, one gets to a really high altitude at a really fast pace, you know. And we have had instances where people did climb faster, but then after that, the main we are at a little higher altitude beyond that point. After
Namche Bazaar. 3,440.
Yeah, and that's when we really ask people to go very slowly to Namche Bazaar. And sometimes they take it fast, and then you know all the.
What height is this?
3,440 meters.
Around 12,000.
Around.
feet.
So, like I said, food, dal baths. So you find a lot of places like this, and your guide will be good enough to tell you the right places to eat. Don't experiment with Chinese food. Okay? Don't experiment with noodles and things like that. Just go dal rice and just don't look left or right, I would just say. This is the safest thing. The other thing that actually saves your life is that. So there's a point where water bottles cost 150 rupees, 250 rupees, and they start charging in dollars as well. Yeah. So your smartest move is from Thamel, pick up chlorine drops, and you can take any source of water because the river is right there. So you just fill up your water, you put in 3 drops, and you're good to go. This really helped our whole group. I think this one tiny bottle, which is about yay big, served the 7 of us for the whole almost 2 weeks. And yes, you will meet some friends on the bridges. Can you see what those are? Yeah, those are yaks. Yeah, those are yaks. So the thing is this, right? So some people started walking across when these guys were on the way, and the guys who they started yelling and like, these guys can't even U-turn on the bridge. Okay, just have patience. Wait for them to go. Amazing place to have coffee. So, so from Namche, you go to Tengbuche, and this is Tengbuche. It wasn't on the map anyway. And then you can spend a very quick evening. Now, by this time, my team was knackered, really tired because it is a bit of a long walk all the way to Tengbuche. But again, so worth it. So in Tengbuche, you do another acclimatization day, and this is a place where you can actually get a full 360-degree view. Yeah, you can see where you've been, you can see where you're going.
Same tents or in lockers?
So here you have cabins. Here you have cabins. As in the sense, they have built these hotel setups for. Can you stay in a tent? Yes, you can stay in a tent. Because a lot of the expedition teams going to Everest, they actually do that. They stay in tents all the way. It's only city folk like us who go into hotels. Yeah.
Yeah, so tents are like, the cost goes almost triple what you'd be staying in a locker. I mean the whole...
To Namche, to Tengbuche, to Tengbuche to Laboche, stay with me. And Laboche to Everest Base Camp. This is Everest Base Camp, yeah? It's a small rock with Everest Base Camp written on it. But the feeling that you get when you finally make it, because it is a long walk. Imagine you're starting off at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get here about midday, not midday, you get here about early afternoon, and the trek back also takes you to at least early evening. And then this is what you see. You see that you've only done till Everest Base Camp, so tired, but these guys are getting ready to do the big one. They're getting to do Everest, and you meet them, and they're amazing people, and they just tell you about what drives them and all of that stuff. It's absolutely amazing. So the next,
vegetation?
sorry,
No vegetation?
not really. You did find some wildlife. It was more like a peahen kind of thing, and they just follow you, and they're going around. And the other wildlife that you get are the yaks. So.
A quick thing, when you're climbing on the mountains, looking at the vegetations also you can guess at what altitude you are in. Like, you give a very quick talk on Kilimanjaro, but I'll tell you that, see, when you're at the lower levels, you'll see like rainforest kind of vegetation sometimes, but not in the Himalayas, of course. You'll see trees and, at up to about 10,000 feet, then above that till about 12,000, you'll see small bushes, like grass kind of things, and above 12,000, 14,000 feet, you'll not see mostly anything. It will be just desert or, yeah.
So that actually isn't the highest point that you reach, Everest Base Camp. The highest point that you do reach is Kalapat, which I think is a
on the trek.
Yes, on the trek. So it's 5,643 meters, and that's the peak that you touch. So that's almost 18,500 feet above sea level. Again, one of those. Okay, I'll be very honest, and I know that this is a presentation, but I actually cried when I got to Kalapat. Just because it's like this, right? The earlier day, you start at 3 o'clock in the morning and you do this arduous trek to Everest Base Camp, and you come back to Gorakshep is where you stay. The next morning, you're up again at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're going up Kala Pathar. And the thing is, because of the altitude at that point and because you're quite tired, there are points where you can't even breathe properly because of the low oxygen. There's a time when I have to actually throw my bag down, open my jacket and go, this is the experience that some people have. And the wind sometimes even comes, it's so hard that you actually have to walk backwards at one point.
Did you carry oxygen mask?
Not at that level. So what we saw was somebody who actually got altitude sickness and got ferried back. It's not high enough to warrant having an oxygen mask, but like Sunan was saying earlier, the slow walk and acclimatization really makes a difference. When people get really enthusiastic and start, yes, I can beat all of you and go faster, you're really doing an anticlimax there and you could get really, really badly hurt. So slow and steady, no races, take your own pace. So like I said, you get really taken in by this beautiful Buddhist culture. So there are these chants that you hear, around the places where you go, the temples, the people, they just sit on the side of the road and they're, singing and doing whatever it is that they do. Beautiful people. So there was one particular chant that actually took me through all 12 days. Especially in a place like this where you can't breathe, where there's a wind hitting you so hard that you can't face, you've got to turn around, it's so hard. You're wearing all the gear, but so that chant actually got me through. And when you go, you will find something that takes you through. So don't go in for all the fanfare of, okay, let me take an oxygen tank and everything like that. People are doing it, just go really, really slowly. You're in trouble, stop. Don't even think of moving forward. That's it. Yeah. Go for it.
No.
Okay.
So we have a couple of
Okay. So that was my journey to Everest Base Camp. After all I wouldn't say pain. Well, yes, I would say pain, but then I wouldn't say pain at the same time. Just a few things that you really miss. Like, for example, you can't drink when you're on the expedition. You don't eat. You know what I really, really missed? I missed French toast. I missed an egg. because you can't eat non-veg. Or at least we recommend that you don't eat non-veg and no salt and all of that stuff. And you really appreciate this when you come back. I savored this dish for about 20 minutes per bite. French toast after 12 days. Amazing. Yeah. So this was the trekking expedition. It is a trekking expedition, not a climbing expedition.
Okay,
this
show that photo. Come back. I just want to add. Okay, this photo. Yeah. This was taken yours. No, this one actually was taken by the director of R Square, Hemant. Yeah, so he went with an expedition with me. No, he went on his own actually with our company, of course. And Hemant Soran is one of the directors with this social media week actually. So he took this photo. I mean, we printed it for a photo exhibition, and when we printed it, came out really, amazing. Then we got it printed on the T-shirts, and so many places we use this.
Like, go take a good photo, maybe you'll also become famous.
Yeah, of course, we do that.
So this was the team after, bruised, battered, and you can see my nose burnt to a crisp. But at the end of the day, even the mountain calls you back again. This is something that we saw as we were leaving. Even the mountain calls you back again. And I can't wait to go back. And I would urge you to go back and maybe hit for this one. You never know. Size doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. Wallet maybe matters to some degree. Okay?
How much did it cost?
Sorry? So I spent a grand total of about 45, including my flight to